Hi, my name is Nicole, and this is the CK Diary Podcast. Hey guys, happy Monday. It will be Monday for you when you're watching this. It is Sunday night right now, January 26th, and it is 8:50 p.m. So last week I ended up not recording because we had a last minute trip to Atlanta, and I just didn't have time to edit and film. We left on, I'm trying to think, I think we left on Sunday, and it was all very last minute. We only went up for the day, but it was all good things. But I do have a few things to show you. I didn't on the drive up there and the drive back. It's about a 6.5 hour drive for us. I didn't do anything. I didn't do any knitting, any crocheting, anything. Didn't do anything. So I don't really have a whole lot to show you either. But I've made some progress on a few things, and I wanted to chat with you guys anyway. I feel like I have a lot to share, even though I feel like I didn't get that much done. So the first whip I will show you is the Coming Home poncho. This is the Poncho by Lion brand, and I'm making this for my friend Julie. This yarn, let me see, I have a hank down here. This is the Malabrigo Chunky 866 Arco Iris yarn. And it is a bulky weight yarn, 100 grams, 104 yards. I think we bought 10 skeins of this yarn to make this poncho with. And I thought I was done. I thought I was done with the normal pattern that we've got going on here. But I actually have three rounds left to go before I start. There's scalloped edges. And before I start the scalloped edges, I have to do 3 more rounds of the granny stitch. So that shouldn't take too long. I'll hopefully have it done in the next couple of weeks. And then I have the sock that I'm making for my friend Julie's fiance. Let's see. So this is just Cascade Yarns. Oh gosh, I can't remember what the yarn is called. It's just their sock yarn. Oh, Heritage. Their Heritage yarn. And this is in the colorway China Blue. And then I will be matching it. Well, you can't see it. Behind me, I have the finished sock. I'll be matching it to that sock. And the whole thing's going to be in this China Blue colorway, except for the toe. It will be in navy. I had some funky stuff go on with my tension on this sock. I don't know what happened. You can see here, I had a couple of rows that were like really loose. And then on the back, it was the same. Look. Another couple of rows that were just really loose. I must have just been like in my own little world. But I think all of that will hopefully figure itself out, fixing whenever I block it. All right, and for the thing that has gotten the majority of my crafting attention this last week is this embroidery pattern. It is by Humblebee. Oh gosh, I can't remember. Let me look it up. Atelier. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is her pattern. You can get it on Etsy. I will link it down below. But it is a little embroidery pattern, and look how precious that is. Mushrooms, a bumblebee, a snail, some flowers, a little ladybug up here on the tic-tac-toe board. And I will be turning this into a drawstring pouch. This is what her pattern is. It's a drawstring pouch, and you put little buttons inside for the tic-tac-toe board. I don't know exactly what I'm going to use for the tic-tac-toe pieces. So far, I'm not able I'm getting ahead of myself. I am making 14 of these. Now, I will not be doing all of the design elements for all of the bags because I have too many to make and I have to have them done before February 22nd. So I will only be doing a few of the design elements on the rest of the bags. So this one, I'll have the flowers over here and the little flowers over here. And I'll have the bumblebee, where is that? Right there? Yep. The bumblebee and the ladybug. I haven't done the ladybug yet. And then this one will be done. The snail took me the longest. I think the shell took me like an hour and 15 minutes. So I will not be doing the snail on any of the other bags. It just took way too long. But I'm mixing and matching. Some have the mushrooms, some have a mushroom and a flower, some have just the flowers, some have just the mushrooms and some of the grass on the other side. So I'm going to be mixing and matching. But I am really super excited for these. I'm making 14 of them as the goodie bags for my son's birthday party. Now, my 3-year-old turned 3 in December and my 4-year-old will be 5 in March. So we just picked a day right in the middle and we're going to celebrate both of their birthdays because they both have the same friends and it's just, I feel like it's simpler that way. We have so many birthday parties to go throughout the year and their birthdays are so close and all of our birthdays are close. So my youngest is in December, I'm in January, my husband's in February, our wedding anniversary is in February, and then my son's in March. So we've got so much to do in these few months. We thought it would be fun just to have one big birthday party with all of their friends. And yeah, that's really it for whips. I don't have any finished objects I don't know if you can consider this a finished object since I got all the embroidery done for it. I'm trying to think of what else I may have worked on. I have a handful of projects that I'm really trying to get done before June. I talked about that in my first podcast of the year. I think it was pretty sure that's the last podcast that I uploaded. And I just have quite a few things that I'm wanting to get done before the summer starts so that I can work on some things for myself for winter at the end of the year. I do have quite a few acquisitions to show you, so sit back, grab a project. Let's get through these. So I'll start with, yesterday was my birthday, and my husband and my sons spoiled me, and they got me this beautiful Portland leather bag. This is a bag I've been wanting for some time. So you can see the stamp there. And there's like a pocket. There's a pocket on the outside. Right now I'm using it to hold my embroidery bobbins because it's like all I've been carrying around with me this last week. Or I've only had the bag for a day, but the bobbins are all I've been carrying around with me for the past week. And then the inside, let's take this out. There's a pocket, and it is also stamped. It's beautiful. And it smells so good, and it looks so good, and I love leather bags. So then yesterday, we went to Fernandina, and we went to their farmer's market I thought it was always a farmer's and arts market, but it turns out it is a farmer's market every week and then an arts market on the first and fourth Saturday of the month. And we were very fortunate that my birthday landed on the fourth Saturday of the month because the arts part was there that week, which is mostly what I was going for. And while we were there, there was a guy there that was selling beautiful leather works. This was his company. I went on their website and it is him and his wife. So he makes all kinds of different products. He makes belts and wallets and bags and bracelets and all kinds of different things. And then his wife makes these earrings and they're all beautiful. Well, I've been wanting a leather wallet for quite some time. And so I picked this up while I was there. Let me get it situated. So it goes, let me grab my bag again. I mean, it obviously doesn't match exactly, but I think they just go so well together. And it's just, let me get my cards out because I don't want to show those online. But it's just a little pouch his stamps on the inside. And then he said, was this the one? Yeah, so this one's hand sewn. And then it has this little strap there to hold the flap in place. But those were very special gifts. And the arts market was really fun. I also got a bookmark for my boys. We're reading the Magic Treehouse series right now, and I believe it was in the second book they found a leather bookmark with an M stamped on it. And so I made a blue bookmark. It's a blue leather bookmark. And I made a bookmark for my son. I don't know if I ever showed that on here. I may not have shown that. That's another finished object, just like the sweater a couple weeks ago. I forgot about the sweater. I forgot about the bookmark, I think. But I made him a small blue bookmark. But then whenever we were at that leather shop, they were like $7 a piece. So we grabbed him a blue leather bookmark, and I have to find out some way to get an M stamped on it. We have a lot of creative and talented people who live in our neighborhood, so I'm sure we could find someone that can do that for us. All right. And let me think. I got a couple more things, but I forgot to bring them, so I'm going to go grab them really quick. All right, so one of the other things that I got while we were in Fernandina, they have a tea and spice exchange there. So I got a couple of teas. We also went to the book loft and got some books for my boys, but I did not pull those aside to show you guys. But these were the teas that I got. I got the smaller sample size of this one. This is Fireside Spice Oolong Tea. It has oolong tea, cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, chicory, cocoa nib, natural cinnamon flavor, black peppercorn, marigold, and clove. So I got that to try. It smells so good. It smells like Christmas. Like, you know, those, they were really popular when I was growing up, at least where I'm from. Every mom had them in their house. Those cinnamon brooms, like the big brooms that you would pull out, and my mom would hit it with the blow dryer so that the cinnamon smell would come back every year. And then we'd stick it in the corner. That cinnamon broom is exactly what this smells like. And then this one is the one that I knew, I've never had it, but I knew I would like it. It is the chocolate chai black tea. This one has black chocolate tea, black tea, natural chocolate flavor, cinnamon, cardamom seed, ginger, and clove. So I'm excited about those. All right, so for my embroidery acquisitions, I just got what the pattern suggested. So all of the color floss that I got, I don't know anything about embroidery. This is my first embroidery experience since I was like 8 years old. And my grandma got all of the stuff for that. So I don't know what kinds of floss there is. I don't know if there's just one kind of floss. I don't know if DMC is a company and it has a monopoly on the embroidery floss game, or if DMC is just a kind of floss. I don't know. I haven't looked into it at all. But what I do know is that all of the floss that I got was DMC, and it was from Hobby Lobby. And then I ordered, she actually had two kinds of fabric that I already had at the house. So I've just been using fabric that I have at the house. And then I got everything else on Amazon. So these needles are number 24 or weight 24, I can't remember. And then I got these Nerge hoops. I got two different hoops because I didn't know, is that right? I didn't know what size I would need. So I got one, this is the number 4. I think it was like 7.38 inches or something like that. And then the other one was close to 5 inches, but it was too small for my little decal thing that I have here. And then she suggested buying these and printing out the design. So that's what I got. I got 6 just to start out with because I didn't know what it was going to be like. And I didn't even know if I was realistically going to be able to make all of these before the birthday party. But I definitely think I'll be able to. I'll be able to sew all the drawstring bags in a day. If I dedicate a few hours to it, I can get the drawstring bags are really simple. And so I'll be able to get those done rather quickly, I think. I might just take a weekend to work on those. But I didn't know about the embroidery. I didn't know how long that would take me. So I got these. These are trying to find. Says a carpulera. It is a self-stitch adhesive wash-away stabilizer. All right, sorry, I had to take some of that out because this had my address on it and I did not realize it whenever I was showing this to you guys. So this is what they look like. And you literally just print your pattern onto it and it's super simple. I cut out around the edges and it made this very, very simple. I imagine if I had to draw it by hand or freehand it, it would have been very difficult. And that is all of my acquisitions, I think. That's all I had to share with you acquisition-wise. Let's see, what else? I can talk to you about my reading. So for my reading, I finished the Woodland series by L.D. Harper that Wool Needle's Hands talked about in her podcast. That's where I got those books from. It was a trilogy, and I finished all of those. I think they were 10 out of 10. They were fantastic. I went and read some of the reviews on Goodreads, which I started a Goodreads. I'll put it down in the description box below if you guys care to go check that out. And a lot of the reviews agreed with what I thought, that it was just a really great series, open to close. I really, really enjoyed reading it all the way through. I feel like there weren't any dull moments. There were a couple of reviews that were pretty negative, and I was kind of shocked by them, just because I really thought that the whole series was so great. So if you guys haven't read those, I recommend that you go check them out. And then right now, my friend Julie recommended Dance of Thieves. This has, it's a series with 2 books, and it's Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves. And I finished Dance of Thieves a few days ago, and I started Vow of Thieves at the end of last week. And Dance of Thieves was really good after like the 5th or 6th chapter. And I didn't realize it until today because I went to go put my review in on Goodreads. So I went to go see when I started the book. And I had actually read or listened to the audiobook in like March of last year. And I had done the sample. I think it's like 2 or 3 chapters for the sample. And I didn't even finish the sample because I just didn't like the first couple of chapters. But then my friend Julie told me that it was a really, really good book. So I tried to get through the first few chapters, and the first maybe like 4.5 chapters to me just seemed kind of slow. But after that, it's a good read, a good entertaining read. And then I just started Vow of Thieves, like I said, I think at the end of last week. And I've been kind of slow rolling into that one just because we've been doing so much. But I think I'll get back to normal listening tomorrow. And that is it for reading. My husband and I haven't read any more of our other book. I can't even remember what it was called now. The Nighting something. Do you remember what the book was called, Brad? Okay. I can't remember. It's by Kristen Hanna. Let me go look it up. Kristen Hanna, The Nightingale. Okay, that's what I was thinking originally, but then I felt like that was wrong for some reason. But we're only like 3 or 4 chapters in. It's a really good book so far, but we just haven't gotten very far into it. And now I will talk to you about my pattern spotlight of the week. All right. So let me share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to scroll down. You guys can see what I'm into right now. All of these cute little stuffed animals and stuffed gnomes and all of that good stuff. I've got a lot of patterns saved, a lot that I would love to share with you guys, a few that I already have. All right, and today I'm going to talk about the Elizabeth blouse by Petite Knit. So let's go ahead and look through some photos really quick. So she does have a blouse that is a lot like this, but with a zipper. I actually forgot this was in my favorites until tonight when I was trying to decide which one I was going to share with you guys. And I was actually planning on sharing this version of, or I was planning on sharing this, but with the zipper. But then I came upon this and I was like, this looks a lot less intimidating to not have the zipper on it. All right, and we can go ahead and read a little bit more about this. So it is about $7.35 USD. Let's see, it is available in English. All right, it is in her category of sweaters and pullovers. It uses sport weight yarn. I think from now on, if I make one of her sweaters, I'll probably just use whatever yarn she recommends for it, just so I don't have to worry about any kind of conversion, because I love the way that all of her stuff turns out. All right, so she uses 3 different needles here. 1,225 yards to 1,960 yards, and it goes from sizes extra small all the way to 5XL, so it definitely has a wide range of sizes, which is nice. All right, and there's all the languages that it is available in. All right, and let's scroll down here and read some things about it. All right, the Elizabeth blouse is worked from top down, which is personally my favorite way to work a sweater, just because that's what I am the most familiar with. All right, and let's see. It says, first, the collar is worked so that it has stockinette stitch with the right side facing out on both the front and back. After this, the first section of the yoke is worked back and forth with raglan increases on a circular needle. Stitches are picked up and knit along the edges of the yoke, and double knitted front edges are worked along these. Before the rest of the yoke is joined in the round and completed in this way, the neckline is shaped using short rows. All right, so pretty straightforward. I think that you can see that in the pictures here, how she works the collar. All right. It says the following techniques are used in this pattern: Judy's magic cast on, which I feel like I've done that for something before, but I can't remember what. And then German short rows, double knitting, and Italian bind off, which is my favorite bind off currently. I love the Italian bind off. I've never done, isn't a tubular cast on and an Italian cast on the same thing? I think so, but I've never done a tubular cast on. I've seen, oh gosh, I love her video, but I always have a hard time remembering her name. Oh yeah, Young Folk Knits. So I've watched Young Folk Knits do the tubular cast on before, and she did it so fast, and my brain was like, it didn't even look like it would be a cast on to me. I don't know. So I need to go watch it in slow-mo and try to do that. I've done a handful of cast ons, but not that one. All right. Let's see. What else can we find about this? All right, so she uses cashmere. So this will definitely be a special knit with some special yarn. Okay, so she does have an option with merino and mohair, which, let's see, I would imagine is probably a little bit more cost effective than the cashmere is, but I don't know for sure. I'd have to look into it. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take one more look at this blouse because it is just so beautiful. So this is definitely in one of my top sweaters that I would love to make this year. The pattern that I showed you in the last spotlight, the heirloom cardigan, and then the Elizabeth blouse. Let's go look for, I want to look for the one with the zipper. I can't believe that one's not in my favorites, or it might be just from a long time ago. I don't know. Let's see. How do I go find, oh, here we go. I'm not the best at navigating Ravelry. I have a really hard time with it. I always go back and forth. I feel like this looks a lot like, I know Ravelry's kind of like it's an older website, like it's been around for a while, but it reminds me of the old chat rooms that I was in like high school, and I was never good at navigating those either. Okay, I might have to, let's see, designs, let's see if she has, okay, her bundles, sweaters, let's scroll down until we find it. So she made it either in the same yarn or similar. Oh, I was way off. I don't know why did I think that this looked just like that other one? It's a lot different. I don't know why I thought this looked just like the Elizabeth blouse. Well, anyway, this was the other one that I was looking at. This is the zipper sweater, and I really love this too. I love the oversized fit. I love the big chunky ribbing on the collar and on the arms here. It does look a little bit more intimidating because there's a zipper on it. But this is another one that I've been considering. I think that the Elizabeth sweater, though, that will be really nice since it doesn't have the zipper. I feel like it might be a little less intimidating for me and maybe take not quite as long either. But yeah, that is the pattern spotlight for this week. And that is all I have to share with you guys. Thank you so much for sitting and chatting with me today. I always enjoy talking to you guys. And I just closed the birthday giveaway over on my Instagram. Thank you so much to everyone who participated in that. I love a good giveaway, and make sure you go follow me on Instagram so you can stay tuned for the next one. And I will talk to you guys next week. Have a great week. Bye.